This is fun. Maybe. There we go. Can you hear me? Cool. Yeah, there we go. The first time I ever presented up here, this didn't work, so I had to yell at everybody. So now we just get to talk loudly in your ears. So I was here last year, right about this time, if not a month before, around July, and I had just unrolled the Non-Permitted Project. So basically what we are, we raise awareness for mental illness through promoting expression through local monthly events. We also promote expression online through our social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook. We help sponsor artists of any medium, so visual, so photography, actual written art, drawings, sketches, anything that helps promote an expression. We do spoken word, poetry. We do music. We do a lot of music. We do singer-songwriter nights, comedy nights, open mics. We're just trying to promote a safe place for expression. So a year ago, one of my benchmark goals was to get a website going. And I'm going to unroll that for you today. So probably a couple weeks ago, we had the funds and we finally got down and got in the trenches and designed this website because we're having a big back to school bash coming up on the 26th. Last year we had 100 plus people in the doors, and we raised money for NAMI, the National Association of Mental Illness. We raised money for Black Box International, which they help stop child sex trafficking. And then we also raised money for the ROCC, which is the venue which we had it used to be called the Station or the Salvage Yard. They are a local nonprofit that they do recovery centers there, so you can go in anytime during the day and there is an AA meeting or there is somebody to talk to in case you're on that break and you need help. This year we're doing NAMI again and the ROCC again as well. So let's go down this. We're going to keep it short and sweet today because we all got places to be, sights to see. But so first thing you see whenever you pull up the website, the cool thing about it is we actually got the domain thenonpermittedproject.com. That was really exciting for me, getting that just .com. Did I hit a button? Put that over there. Cool. So the first thing that you see is who we are, why we do it. Our cornerstone effort is bringing mental health to a tabletop discussion by showcasing incredible talent and expression. And we have a set photo gallery, let's see, of different, so this is from our back to school bash last year. This was Fox Royale. This is from one of our other events, that's Lauren McKay. And just a little bit, just some pictures. So this is from one of our people who have donated, not necessarily donated, we have sponsored their visual art. She does photography to help alleviate some of the stress from day-to-day life. This is our sponsored artist, Cody, I never can pronounce his last name. And this is from Quinn Torres. He drew that one night instead of, because he wasn't able to sleep, he has insomnia. And so he stayed up all night and drew that, and that's what helped get him to sleep that night. All right, we're gonna come down here. Will the video play? This was a new addition. Yeah. This was a new addition from Danica over at Flow Studios. She partnered with us for the Back to School Bash, and she not only monetarily sponsored us, but she also put together this cool promo video. Let's see. Oh, that's a glitch. Wow, you don't get to see that cool promo video. We have 16 days for the Back to School Bash. So one of our needs, because that's what 1 Million Cups is, we come here to present who we are, what we do, and what we need help with in the community. My team and I are looking for corporations, businesses that have a passion for critical subjects, mental health, mental injury, helping promote a positive mental growth in our community. And we are looking for partners, not just monetarily, monetary is great, but also to help publicize, get things public, keep things moving, keep the ball rolling. Because once you get that steam engine rolling, we want to keep that steam engine going. We are starting local, and our goal is to go national, but can't do that without our local community. Last year, we were looking for partners, non-monetary and monetary, in the local area to help promote our events, to help just join us in the effort to bring that tabletop discussion. I hit over 76 different businesses last year. We had 4 monetary sponsors and 3 or 4 non-monetary sponsors out of 76 businesses. So we are looking to help bridge that gap. There is I personally think there is a disconnect because it's not a tabletop discussion. I can't walk into a coffee shop, see somebody that I'm acquainted with and say, hey, how are you doing mentally? Not just, how's your day? But how are you doing mentally? I know you run a business. I know you're having troubles at home. Are you doing okay? Is there anything I can do to help you? But it's not a tabletop discussion right now. And that's the whole goal, is to make it that tabletop discussion. And saying, hey, how are you doing mentally? With not in a quiet level. Hey, is everything okay? No, just, hey, how are you doing? How are you holding up? I know you just had a kid. How are you doing? Because, children. But it's a very strong passion of mine. As somebody who struggles with mental illness every day, diagnosed with chronic depression back in high school. I lost some really good friends along the way. And it's just, I'm very passionate about it. I have no problem walking up to people and be like, how are you doing? No. Not, I'm good, no. How are you doing? What is happening in your life and how are you dealing with it? And can I help you with it? I've had many a late night conversations standing outside of Joplin Avenue because they have shut down, and we have talked all the way out the door and standing on the sidewalk. And it's just something that I'm very passionate about, because we need to create a safe community for everybody. And it starts in your community. It starts one person talking to another person, talking to another person, and it just multiplies. So coming back here, so this is our featured artist portion. We actually not only sponsor different artists, we also sponsor new small startup businesses. So this is Angela. She sells watches online and at the mall. She just set up a vending booth at the mall across from the food court. But she sells watches because she has, and she will tell you right to your face, she has extreme OCD. She schedules her days out in 5 to 7 minute increments. And if she wanes from that 5 to 7 minute increments, her day is completely destroyed. She has major anxiety after the fact, and she uses her watches and she uses her time so that she can be with her loved ones in the evenings without having to stress about the next day, without having to stress about how the rest of the day is going to fall in line. Her business is called Minutes, Hours, Days Emporium. So scrolling down, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do several artists at once, instead of just, this is our poem of the month. No, we're going to do a little bit of everything, because I want somebody to be able to scroll through my website, and if they're struggling with something, if they're struggling with how do I express myself, how do I connect with other people, how do I just calm down in the evenings or calm down during the day, I want them to be able to read somebody's story, because each time they submit something to me, they tell their story about why they created that, why they do it, and how that helps them. So our musician of the month, he struggles with anxiety, depression. He has struggled with suicidal thoughts in the past. Teresa Hurley, our poet of the month, she struggles with extreme anxiety, and whenever she has an anxiety attack, she sits down with her notepad and her phone, and she types all of her feelings, and then she compiles them after so long. And so most of her poems that she has shared with me and shared with others have been compilations of, in the moment, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm making it through. So not only do I let them and I promote them coming to our website, coming to our Instagram, Facebook pages to share their art, to share their expression, to help other people, but also at the same time, I want to support them. If they want to do this as a living, if they want to do this more often, if they can't afford the supplies, we help promote them and promote their either Cash App, Square, PayPal, however we can help other people support them as well so they can get further on. And then we also always ask them, is there a specific nonprofit of your choosing that you have either supported or you want other people to support as well? Teresa did a NAMI. She is part of NAMI. She goes once a month to the NAMI events. And so we allow that as well. We are looking to partner with somebody here in the next 3 years to start a 24-hour suicide hotline. I know, there are already 24-hour hotlines, but I want to do a FaceTime. I don't want to do text messages. I don't want to do phone calls. I don't want to do emails. I want to do FaceTime. So call in there, 24-hour help. You have somebody looking at you, trained professional, that can actually talk with you face to face. Because phone calls are good. Last minute phone calls are great. I have been on the receiving end of many phone calls. But what I always do is I always either switch over to whatever I can to get to see their face. Because you can hide behind a phone call. It's really hard to hide your face in the moment. So I'm looking to partner with a couple people to get that off the ground here in the next 3 years. That's my 3-year benchmark goal. Continuing on here. That is our Amber Lassiter. She goes out into nature. She does nature photography. And this is her picture. And a little bit about her. Reviews. We're always looking for good reviews. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me. Or if you want to partner with us, that's awesome. We're always looking for reviews. And if you know anybody who has been in contact with us and would like to write a review, we'd love to have that as well. I have a contact platform so they can get in touch with us at any time. These are our sponsors so far. Joplin Avenue Coffee Company, Clear Bright Cleaning, there we go. Flow Studios, Johnson, Voorhees and Martucci, law firm, NAMI, and the ROCC, and Great Value Homes as well. So here comes the fun part. Sponsorship levels. You see we have gold, diamond, gold, silver, bronze, but we also have one, it's under there, amethyst. It's not monetary, so if you can provide a service and we can provide services for each other, we won't turn it away, because we aren't only after money. We are about creating that community. Flow Studios wasn't able to do anything last year, but we still partnered with them because we're getting that steamroll going. We're creating that safe environment for the community. I think that's it for my website. My main goal for being here today is we are looking for corporations, community events, community organizations, anybody who wants to help create a safe environment in this community. And we're starting in Joplin. We're looking for people to get on board with mental health awareness, promoting expression, because somebody's expression might help somebody in time of need. We are transitioning to a nonprofit status as well. So I'm working on getting our bylaws, I'm working on getting our board, working on setting things up so that we can be that nonprofit status within the next 3 years. So I think that is all I have for today. Any comments, questions?
No. Okay, who has the question?
Kyle, so you're a year into this. I'm curious, and you've had a couple of events. Do you have a testimony or a case study where somebody in the community attended and maybe didn't have insurance and they felt like this was a safe place and you all were able to help them?
Yeah, so not necessarily the insurance side of things, although I did help somebody recently with Karen. She comes quite a bit. She works for Free Market Physician. They are a subscription, $85 a month. And that covers all your doctor visits, in-house labs, and antibiotics. I was able to refer several people over to her recently. So my side of the Non-Permitted Project is networking, connecting people with the resources that I have scrounged and made available for them. Caleb Miller back there is my vice president. He takes care of all of our monthly events. So it's open mics, back to school bash. He is my event coordinator, and I am the networking side of things. So I come to all of the business after hours, and I connect people with resources. I have the ability to set up the connections to get somebody a state issued ID so they can get off the streets, get a job, because that's really difficult. And I've started a network to help. If somebody approaches me, or if somebody approaches me for somebody else, I can send them to the right person to get that process started ASAP, because it is so hard to get that state issued ID that you need to have a job so that you can't get off the streets. And so I have several things like that. I'm partnered with a counselor down by the Neosho area. So if an LGBT child approaches me and says, hey, I don't feel safe at my family counselor, I can refer over to them. And so we are creating that network so that if somebody approaches us, we're not just going to be an expression. I love expression. Expression is great, but we also need action. That's my side of things. People reach out, I help take care of it. I get them to the people they need to be. And if I don't know the answer, I know lots of people that do know answers. And so I can connect them. That is my side of the Non-Permitted Project.
So you had mentioned earlier about connecting with some mental health specialists and that thing. So just an example, like Renewed Mental Health, have you worked with them at all?
I have not worked with them yet.
Christine something.
Yeah.
I can connect you, I got her number.
See, I love that.
Okay, anybody other have a question?
I don't have a question, but nice job so far. Just a comment, your website looks great so far. I would just, like this big headline, well, the Non-Permitted Project, you don't need that. You already have non-permitted up there. Like put the mission really big. Like
Okay.
that, like put like showcasing incredible talent and expression to bring mental health or whatever. Or like let's talk mental health.
Cool.
Through
All right.
expression. Like, like just put that first and foremost.
Right.
Really.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But looks great so far. Good job.
I actually have two questions, and one is, can you explain a little bit more what the link is between expression and how that leads to healing? Like, okay, this happens, and these are the steps, and then also a little bit of the worldview is not the word that I'm searching for,
Okay.
but maybe platform or philosophy that says this is kind of the the steps or the process so that we bring people through. You know, like I'm thinking like
Mhm.
an AA or a Celebrate Recovery.
Correct.
So what does that look like for your organization?
For our organization, I have people and I have friends that are terrified to express themselves in any manner. They do art, they do things, and they hide it from other people because they don't feel worthy enough to share it. So one of my friends approached a local venue, and she was really excited to get her stuff, her artwork in the venue, and she didn't meet the qualifications. That destroyed her, and for 2 to 3 years she didn't create any more art because she didn't think that her stuff was good enough to showcase. I saw her mental health deteriorate, and she spiraled because that was her one thing, that one thing she thought she was good at. We are going to be doing, and so we were able to get her on our platforms to share her art, and she was ecstatic. We're also going to be doing licensed psychologist, not licensed counselor, but I'm looking to create that safe place once a month, come in and just have a support group of not just local artists, not just local musicians, but anybody who wants to attend, all ages, and just talk about how we're doing from day-to-day life. Scrolling through, you might connect with something, connect with our